Hi, my name is Lisa and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to make a Elleesa card for an A6 size card, and we're going to create our own insert, and I'm going to show you where I got this file from and how to upload it and how to use it, and I'll pop that information in the description box below as well. If it is the first time you're watching me, make sure it is not the last. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Let's get started. Today we are going to make a Elleesa pop-up card. So the little corners of the star pop up. We're also going to make the custom size insert from cardstock. So I'm using A6 size cards, which are 14.8 centimeters by 14.8 centimeters by 10.5 centimeters. So they are different to the Cricut branded cards. If you're looking for my Cricut branded card video, check out the link in the description box below. We are also going to need a little piece of cardstock as well, the correct size, and I'll let you know what size that will be soon as well.
So we're going to go to my Etsy store, which is etsy.com/shop/Elleesa M. Then we're going to find the Elleesa card, which is listing /10844444043. I'm going to buy it now. I'm going to proceed to check out. It's asking me to confirm my details and submit my order. Thanks for your order. View your digital files now. And I've got 3 files to download here. So I'm going to start with the SVG, and then I'm going to download the PNG and then the PDF. And now I will find those 3 files in my downloads. Now I'll head over to Design Space.
Okay, so from here we're going to press New Project, and we are going to go to Settings. And because we're now working with a metric card, I'm going to change my units to metric. I find when I'm using the Cricut branded cards that I prefer to switch to Imperial because I get a more accurate result. So here we're going to go metric. Now we're going to go to upload image, and we are going to find the image that we purchased. Now the image that we purchased came with an SVG for the Cricut brand, but it doesn't come with an SVG for A6, which is fine. So we're going to go insert the PNG file, and you can see I find selecting complex, pressing continue works the best. It gives me a more accurate result, and then I press continue. You want to make sure that everything is got a checkered pattern behind where you want the cuts to happen. Now because we're working with Cricut Joy, we go to cut image name and tags, they're up to you. Now press upload. From here we are going to insert our image. Now it's going to come in and it's going to say not supported by Joy because it's too large. That's okay, because I'm here to tell you what the dimensions are. So our dimensions here are 9.7 wide by 14.3. This is why I prefer to work with metric figures for metric cards and imperial figures for imperial measurements, because you get the most accurate result and you don't get those tiny little intolerances in there. So now we want to make our insert, and it needs to be identical to the size of our insert. So shapes, square, unlock, 9.7 by 14.3. So now when we click between the two, they should be identical. Perfect. Now if you do want to change the color of your insert on the screen, you go to operation and you can change your color selection, but it's only just for the screen. So from here we're going to press make it, or we're going to press save first, and then we're going to press make it. Now because we're cutting an insert and a card, I'm going to say multiple ways. Our first cut is the card, and we're going to say on card mat. Now because it's a metric card, it will automatically select a larger size material, which means it's up to you to make sure that it has put the design in the top left hand corner. Next is our insert, and now you can choose without a mat or on a mat, depending on what material you're using. I'm using textured cardstock 210 GSM. You can also pop that wherever you would like to pop that cut on your mat. If you keep using the top left-hand corner, you might wear out the top left-hand corner on your mat. I'm going to keep it in the top left-hand corner for now, just to keep it simple. Whatever is on your screen when you push continue is where the program will start from. So I'm going to go back to cut number 1 and press continue. And now it's asking me to connect to my machine. Now today I'm using my Cricut Joy branded pack, so we're going to go to Insert Card. With my Cricut branded products, I find the pressure of default works perfectly. You might need to play around and practice a little bit to work out whether you need more or less or default pressure. It just depends on your machine and your card and how sharp your blade is. So from here, I'm going to pop myself over to the machine. It is switched on. I'm going to find a card. I'm just going to load my card as normal. Making sure I take the dust cover off my mat. Now my little tip to sticking these down well and good and avoiding finger oils on your mat. I find if I stick these cards down with my scraping tool, they come up. The cut comes out a lot more precise. So now we need to load our machine and make sure we have enough space at the back of it as well. So let's go. So we're ready and we're going to press go. Now the next 2 steps are very important. They ask you to unload, then it'll ask to reconnect to your machine and press finish. Now if you don't complete that process, sometimes your Joy can disconnect from your Bluetooth incorrectly and then have trouble reconnecting. So it's very important that we follow these steps. And press finish. Tip number 1, roll up your sleeves. The amount of jumper fluff that is in some of my mats is embarrassing. Okay, so I've got my weeding tool here. Okay, so first thing, just carefully scrape off anything and place my dust cover back on my mat. Now I have a separate mat here, especially for weeding. This is this mat underneath my machine. So now I'm just going to pop out the rest of my design. And make sure you pop your cap back on your weeding tool. To make our custom insert card, now we're going to be asked to select our material, and today I'm using cardstock with the packet says that it's 210 GSM. So I'm going to select medium cardstock, and I find that I don't get a clean cut unless I select more pressure. However, it is a risk that you will wear your mat out quicker. To make our custom insert card, I'm going to get the cardstock and I'm going to pop it onto my mat using my scraper to avoid as many finger oils on my dirty mat as possible. Now, if you've got any tips for me to clean that mat, go ahead and pop them in the comments box below. Now, it's asking us to load our fine point blade, and I'm just going to check mine is already loaded, so I'm going to go ahead and load my mat, and I need to make sure I completely unload my mat before I go ahead and load it. First, it'll check that it has enough material, and if you're happy and it's happy, it'll ask you to press go. Now that the cut's complete, it's asking me to unload, so I'm going to go ahead and press that unload button, and now it's weeding time. So it's time to weed that insert card off our mat. So the way I get the cleanest cut is if I fold up all 4 of those side edges first, take off the outer coating, peel the insert card off our mat carefully, and try and avoid curling. This could be where your story ends, and I'm going to finish it off so that I can show you that this could be where your story ends. Here we go, you're a star. very pretty card. Now you can also add a bit of a pop-up element to it. So I've got a pen here that's got a smaller diameter, but it's also got to be completely round. Carefully lift up a corner, there, up, and then just over. See, don't want to get it too close, because if you get it too close, you'll end up with a crease line. Look at that. Now you've got a little pop-up. Very nice. If you liked the video today, please go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up for me. If it is the first time you're watching me, make sure it is not the last. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you are amongst the first to know when I release a new video. Thanks for watching.